Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We're at a different spot, St. Mary's. This is the Catholic Central League opening game of the Catholic Central League Cup Championship. St. Mary's taking on Archbishop Williams. Williams 11-4, St. Mary's 12-3. Williams beat St. Mary's the one game they played, 3-2. And St. Mary's just snuck out a game about a week ago against Austin Prep, so they were able to host the game. When COVID struck and there was no state tournament, leagues around decided they would have a league tournament like Cape Ann and Northeast Conference, the Greater Boston League, and the Catholic Central League. And then when the state tournament came back, the league said, well, we don't need it anymore, but the Catholic Central League kept it. So they have a tournament at the end of the year. They take the top 4 seeds and they seed them by their record, and they play the top 4 teams against each other, and the winner gets the Catholic Central League Cup Championship. This is Alicia Burke, the center field, leading off for Archbishop Williams. So it's a little different spot. We're up at Wyoming in the land of Gannon Golf Course. It was either that or play it. If you had to play at Breed, it would be at 7 o'clock at night. Tough to have Archbishop Williams come for a 7 o'clock game at night on a school night. At least now, if they're through early, they can get home fairly early. Probably still have some homework to do. We're winding down. We've got starting this week, and then next week will be the last week of the regular season. Call, third strike. Lily Newhall has some mustard on that pitch. Jill Ondrick, the pitcher, is the hitter. And I'm going to go by the lineup that the coach gave me because I saw some numbers warming up that looked different than the numbers that he gave me on the lineup card, but I'm going to go with what he gave me. 5 for a ball. St. Mary's is ranked number 1 in their division, so they keep winning, they'll get a home game in the tournament, 1 or 2. Pops up. A shaky catch at first base by Catino. She caught it, almost looked like it was going to fall out of her glove as she knocked it down. One-handed grab, but they make the play on the pop up to first. 2 up, 2 down for Shelby Parr, the third baseman. High for a ball. Shelby Parr is the third baseman. On deck is Keegan Parr. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're related. In for a strike. Up and away for a ball. We have a great treat coming up for all the Rapid High School fans. A week from this coming Sunday, I shouldn't say a week, this coming Sunday, May 22nd, at the Classical Auditorium, starting at 6 o'clock. Every sport that's offered in the 4 high schools, English, Classical, Tech, St. Mary's, will be honored at the TV 13th Annual All-Star Party. In for a strike. Over 160 athletes. Superintendent Tutwiler will present medals and T-shirts presented by Harrington Trophy. Athens will provide snacks and drinks. The mayor is coming to get everything started. And we got feelers out to the state rep Crichton and State Rep Danny Kale, former athletes at English and Classical. I should say Classical and English, the way I said that. Hit foul off the backstop. Long trip for Williams to get here, but I talked to Coach Connors. He said it wasn't too bad a trip. The problem this year with everybody has been the buses. They can't get bus drivers. Hit the shot off the shortstop's glove. That's going to extend the inning. So the error extends the inning. It'll bring up Keegan Parr, the left fielder. Hit sharply by Parr, but right at the shortstop, Rodriguez, who's is having a great year both in the field and at bat. So he went down to get it and just couldn't come up with it. High for a ball. In for a strike. Hit foul to the backstop. Swing and a miss. So the error doesn't hurt. Left at first base. Newhall picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. And St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. For St. Mary's, it will be Lily Newhall, the pitcher, leading off. Brooke Maloney will bat second and play center field. The designated player, Jenna Chaplin, will hit for the first baseman, Angie Catino, and hit third. Batting in the cleanup spot is the shortstop, Emily Rodriguez. The right fielder, Anna Franguli, hits number 5. Batting sixth and playing second base, Michaela Walker. Roma Braid, the catcher, will hit number 7. Batting eighth and playing third base, Ashanti Padilla. And Jill Kirby will bring up the tail end of the batting order, batting ninth and playing left field. I mentioned Coach Connors, Coach Colleen Parker Newberry, former outstanding athlete at Bishop Fenwick, won state championships and stayed on coaching and helped the legendary Bud Henry win another championship after that. Look at the right fielder, Kara McMenamin, waving at the camera, wants to be on TV. So Lily Newhall, the pitcher, will lead it off. Jill Ondrick on the mound for Williams. Megan Hansberry is the catcher. I should have mentioned Roma Braid, the catcher for St. Mary's. So quickly 2 strikes. Newhall's had some very big hits for St. Mary's this year, as well as being outstanding on the mound. Just missed wide. Swing and a miss. So both teams, both pitchers start the game with strikeouts. Beautiful day. Couple of white puffy clouds, blue skies, sun is shining. Finally get to the point where we can wear short sleeved shirts and shorts and don't have to wear 8 layers of clothes. Up in the 70s, could reach 80. This coming Saturday, they're talking about having 90s. Then we'll be complaining about the heat. Brooke Maloney, the center fielder, runs up and takes it wide for a ball. That one bounced halfway to home plate. So Maloney will be looking at least one pitch. In for a strike. She can still be fussy with the count her way. Up and in for a ball. So Williams had a runner on a 2-out error. Left at first. St. Mary's got a 1-out walk. And Jenna Chaplin, in my opinion, the best high school hockey player, certainly on the North Shore, if not the state of Massachusetts. She's outstanding. She's the leading scorer around here. And she's back again. Coach Frank Pagluca is very happy to have her back. Hits it foul down the right side. Ondrick can bring it to pitcher. She throws hard. Low for a ball. So the first, Maloney diving back. High for a ball. St. Mary's get used to this field. They played an 11-inning game against Austin Prep here. Won the game 2-1. So they've been here before. It's gorgeous. Lynn Woods, great with the trees. And Chaplin hanging around with another foul ball. Yeah, Ken. I'm right in the middle of a game. Yeah. Afton told me there was no problem. It's not 4 o'clock, is it? Yeah, because sometimes they pull it a little bit late. Chaplin drew a walk. Back to back. 2-1 for Emily Rodriguez, the shortstop. And we have to wait for softballs to be thrown back. I apologize for that little. I got a phone call in the middle of the Chaplin at bat. I apologize for that. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez got her money's worth, swung right through that pitch. Hit foul out of play. So Andrick ahead of Rodriguez. Hit foul again out of play. We're going to run out of softballs. That's the one drawback with the woods. There's so many places that the ball can get lost. Hit foul again. Now we have to wait for them to come back because we don't have any. People out chasing the foul balls. The pitch from Andrick to Rodriguez. Hit off the shortstop's glove. They're going to send the runner. Throw the plate, gets thrown away. Everybody's going to move up a base. So the error scores the run. Maloney can run. She just kept going and scored. And when they threw the ball home, they threw it away. So the second error moves everybody up to second and third. St. Mary's grabs the 1-0 lead without a base hit. And they have second and third and one out for Anna Franguli, the right fielder. And her job is, obviously she'd love to get a base hit, but at least put the ball in play and get maybe another run home. That was in the dirt. It goes by the catcher. I was just about to say, Andrick got a great help with that pitch because Franguli, she needed a 9-iron or 7-iron to hit that pitch. That was in the dirt. It popped by the catcher. But Franguli swung at it. The run scores. The runner moves to third. Chased that pitch up and high out of the strike zone. Just got a piece and stays alive. This is actually the home of Wyoma Little League softball. I'm dating myself 400 years ago, the Church League, when they took something off, Franguli out in front, second strikeout. When the Church League used to have a softball league, way back when, they played games here. Missing inside for a ball to Michaela Walker. And then Wyoming took over, straightened it out, put a clubhouse in, put dugouts. Hit right through the wickets at second base. Andrick can file for non-support. Third error in the inning for Williams. So St. Mary's doesn't have a hit, but they got 3 runs. That went right through the wickets. And they finally got a base hit. Walker drills it over, Roma Braid jumped on the first pitch and lined it over second base. Ashanti Padilla will be the 8th hitter in the inning. And we'll get a pinch hitter for Braid. A pinch runner, excuse me, for Braid. I think the runner is Crean. think Eliza Crean is the pinch runner. Hit foul out of play. So Padilla is the 8th hitter in the inning. St. Mary's has 1 hit, and it did not have anything to do with the 3 runs. Off the catcher, that'll move everybody up. The wild pitch. So that takes away a force at any base on the ground ball. She stepped in, she stepped out because there was a little bit of a breeze and it blew some of the dirt up. So we get back to softball. We had a break trying to track down softballs. Now we have a break waiting for the dirt to stop flying around. Up and away for a ball. Ashanti is the third baseman. And that's a call, third strike. So Ondrick strikes out the side, but she goes to the dugout, trailing 3-0. St. Mary's got 3 runs without a hit, 3 errors, 3 mammoth errors by Williams. We played an inning in this Catholic Central League Cup opening round game. St. Mary's 3, Williams nothing. 5, 6, and 7 for Archbishop Williams as we start the second inning. Jesse Keefe, the first baseman, will lead it off against Lily Newhall, who's been staked to a 3-0 lead. Homer Braid got a base hit, but it was meaningless as far as the score was concerned. It was a solid shot. But St. Mary's already put 3 on the board without a base hit. 2 errors and a wild pitch, bringing in the 3 runs. Hit foul to the backstop. Fishing wide for a ball. Lily Newhall finishing up a great career at St. Mary's. She's been outstanding. Swing and a miss right in on the hands. She swung right through it. High for a ball. Swing and a miss, so she starts the second inning like she started the first inning with a strikeout. This one's swinging. First inning was called. Emma Chinette, the second baseman, will be the hitter. And we got a meeting of the minds on the mound. And every time we do that, we have a meeting of the minds in the outfield. Outfielders don't want to be left out. In for a strike. Hit that well deep to center field. Maloney had to go back over his shoulder. Nice defensive play by Maloney. Jeanette got all of that. Hit that a long way. And Maloney able to track it down. Megan Hansbury, the catcher, is the hitter. That one hits the backstop on the fly for ball one. So we get the second umpire came. The one umpire started the game. His counterpart, I just recognize, is out there. Not the easiest place to get to with traffic. A lot of traffic coming off the highway, going to the highway. So both ways clogged. Chop to first base. Catino make the play herself. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for Lily Newhall. Williams is down in the top of the second. And St. Mary's will carry that 3-0 lead into the bottom of the second. And it'll be 9-1-2 for the Lady Spartans. Jill Kirby, Lily Newhall, Brooke Maloney. So a tough inning for Williams in the first inning. Back-to-back walks with 2 on. An infield error. And it just deflected off the shortstop enough out. A few steps in the outfield grass, and Brooke Maloney, who can run extremely well, was able to score from second base. And when they tried to throw her out the plate, they threw it away. The runners moved up to second and third. A wild pitch scored a run. And then an error to the right side scored another run. That's where we are, 3-0 St. Mary's. Batting in the bottom half of the second inning. The winner will move on. And I'm assuming they'll play either Bishop Fian or Bishop Stang. And if it's St. Mary's, it'll be Bishop Fian or Bishop Stang coming here. That's a trip and a half. So they'll probably play it right back here as this Wyoming Little League field. Ondrick will start her second inning. As I said, she could sue for non-support. She struck out the side in the first inning. She did give up a hit, but she also, back-to-back walks cost her dearly. Because after the back-to-back walks, 3 errors and a wild pitch. So Jill Kirby, the left fielder, will be the first hitter in the second inning. Tries to bunt, pops it up, but it's foul. Over the St. Mary's dugout. Third baseman shortens up, first baseman shortens up. Waves at that pitch, swinging away. Up and away, went after it. Hit foul out of play. Off the at home plate in that tree section where you could lose a lot of softballs. High for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. So again, both pitchers start first 2 innings with strikeouts. So far, with an out in the second inning, all the outs have been strikeouts for Ondrick, the pitcher for Williams. Lily Newhall takes the pitch outside for a ball. She struck out swinging in the first inning, leading off. Hit foul to the backstop. Hit foul again. Perfect pitch down the middle. Nice pitch. Gets Newhall for the second time. 2 up, 2 down in the second. Brooke Maloney drew a walk and scored the first run. She used that good speed. Outstanding 3-sport athlete. She's a part of the girls' basketball team, a good sized part of the girls' basketball team that won the state championship. And she's a very good soccer player as well. In for a strike. 1-1 the count. Pushes the bunt down to third. They're not going to get her. Perfect bunt by Maloney. She's on for the second time. With 2 outs, let's see if they try to get her to second base. Jenna Chaplin drew a walk and scored a run. Hits it up the middle. Deflected into center field for a base hit. Chaplin. So after 2 quick strikeouts, back-to-back hits, put runners at first and second for Emily Rodriguez. Her infield ground ball was booted and the first run scored on the error. She's up again with first and second, this time with 2 outs. Hit foul out of play. Maloney got the base hit. Chaplin followed with a base hit. Down and in for a ball. Wide for a ball. And Franguli on deck, hoping she gets a shot. Hit in the center field for a base hit. They're sending Maloney home, and she scores easily. We told you she can fly. 2-out Lightning for St. Mary's. Back-to-back-to-back hits. Maloney never slowed down. She scores her second run. First and second again with 2 outs, but a run in. And Anna Franguli struck out swinging her one trip. Boy, Maloney can fly. No question she was going to score. They throw the ball away. The base runner didn't realize it. They threw it by the pitcher. Now they throw it away again. And they didn't realize it again. They threw it into center field. And that's going to bring Coach Corners out to talk to the troops. Chaplin was kind of just nonchalantly going back to second base when they overthrew the pitcher and went into center field, and she didn't have a chance to go to third. And again, we have a conference on the mound that gets a conference in the outfield. Franguli, the hitter, Michaela Walker on deck. She got a base hit. Recently, her error scored the third run. Hit foul off the backstop. Franguli's the right fielder. She's done some nice pitching this year on the mound for St. Mary's. Gives them that 1-2 punch. Teams would like to have one. St. Mary's has two. Hit foul again off the backstop. Nice stop by the catcher, Hansberry. Keeps the runners at first and second. So a ground ball that could go any base for a force out to get out of the inning. Off the catcher's glove, but it was ball four anyway, so the runners will move up. So they load the bases for Walker. Third walk given up by Ondrick. Walker hit a ground ball to the right side. It went through the wickets into right center field, and a run scored. The third run of the inning. St. Mary's there, another run here with 2 out Lightning. 3 straight base hits, the big one by Rodriguez for the RBI. Check swing foul goes to the backstop. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. Hit in the air to right field, over by the line. Nice job by the right fielder, McMerriman. So that's the first out that's not a strikeout. It comes with the bases loaded. So St. Mary's does a little more damage. They get another run. They do with those 3 straight base hits. They leave the bases loaded. But Lily Newhall's got another run to work with, as it's now St. Mary's 4, Williams nothing at the end of 2. 8-9-1 for Williams as we start the third inning. As I mentioned, Lily Newhall now with another run to work with. This one was earned after 2 quick strikeouts. Maloney, Chaplin, and Rodriguez. Perfect bunt by Maloney. Chaplin got a base hit, and Rodriguez drilled one into center field, and Maloney never stopped from second, flying around. Beat the throw home and scored the 4th run. Emma O'Neill, the shortstop, will lead it off for Williams. High for a ball. High again, 2-0. in for a strike. 2-1 the count to the Williams shortstop. Swing and a miss. Gets her. She comes back. She was down 2-0. Comes back and gets her for the third straight inning. Newhall starts it with a strikeout. Clara McMerriman, the right fielder, is the hitter. And then we'll be back to the top of the order. Alyssa Burke, the center fielder. Chase the high pitch for strike one. Wide for a ball. Hit in the air, Franguli. 3 or 4 steps to her right. Gets there and makes the play. 2 up, 2 down in the third. McMerriman hit it well into right center field, but Franguli got there and made the play. Swing and a miss. Alyssa Burke was called on the strikes, leading off the ball game. Swing and a miss. Three pitches, she strike her out. They'll have to throw her out. So another 1, 2, 3 innings. 7 in a row retired by Newhall. 4 of them by strikeout. Second time she's got 2. She's got 5 in 3 innings. As I said, she's retired 7 in a row. 9 out of 10. And St. Mary's still leading at 4-0. They'll have the bottom 3 in the order, 7, 8, and 9. Roma Braid, Ashanti Padilla, Jill Kirby. To face Jill Ondrick, who will be starting her 3rd inning of work. Again, this is a different setting that you normally see. We're either at Breed or Fraser Field. This is Lynn Woods, home of Wyoming Little League. And again, what a great job the Wyoming people did taking over. This was wide open spaces when the Church League played here. Wyoming came in, put the fences around, cut out the infield, put a refreshment counter in. Batting cage. They did a tremendous job here. And he did it for their softball program. Roma Braid got a base hit her first time up. She's been a huge part of the success for this team behind the plate. Catcher has done a great job handling both pitches. her first year behind the plate. Down and in, 2-0. Held up, but it was in anyway for a strike. 2-1. That one bounces in. So she can be a little fussy here with the count 3-1. And that's ball 4. First time in 3 innings she didn't start with a strikeout. We'll have a runner for Braid at first base. Bunts it foul. And again, I think it's Crean, Eliza Crean. Running it first. Get foul out of play. And that's a rule that went into effect a few years ago, so they could speed up the game. Anytime the pitcher or catcher gets on base, they can be run for. That ball off the catcher is going to move the runner up. And it's Marichal that's running, not Crean. Now she gets to second base, I can see her number. I'm not sure why the umpire is out on the mound talking to the Williams pitcher. There's a conference on the mound. The Williams coach is not there. The base umpire was there. I'm not sure what that was all about. So Braid drew a walk. Marichal running for her. It goes to second on the wild pitch. Padilla is the hitter. Swing and a miss. Fourth walk given up by Ondrick, and 2 of them have scored. Partly her fault they scored because they drew the walks, but not all her fault because there were errors afterwards. Jill Kirby is the hitter. I don't know what happened to Padilla. I just noticed that it was Kirby because off the catcher's glove, going to move up to third. I noticed it was Kirby because when she switches from batting righty to lefty, she tries to bunt. And I realize now that with some help, that Padilla struck out. Up and away for a ball. It's either a feast or a famine for Ondrick. She's got 6 strikeouts, but she's walked 4. Just held up. She started to pull the trigger and just held up on a pitch in the dirt. I thought Coach Collins might ask the plate umpire to check with the base umpire. It was that close. In for a strike. Hit foul. Marichal running for Braid, who led off with the walk, is at third base. Up and away for a ball. Top of the order, Lily Newhall on deck. Hit foul. Kirby hanging around. He's making Ondrick throw some pitches. This is a good at bat, whatever she does. Solid shot by third base down the corner. Extra bases for Kirby. That's a great at bat. Not bad from your number 9 hitter. So 4 walks and 3 of them have scored. Kirby at second with the double. She ripped that one by the third base, just inside the third base bag down the left field corner. Marichal scores, running for Braid. Lily Newhall takes it up and away for a ball. She has struck out twice. One swinging, one called. High for a ball. In for a strike. Another solid shot to left field for a base hit that's going to score a run. Booted by the left fielder. Newhall will get a base hit. She doesn't get an RBI. Kirby wasn't really running. Kirby will score. She waited to see if the ball would be fielded by the third baseman or shortstop. So she only got to third base, and then it went off the left fielder's glove for an error. And I believe it's Zukas running it for Newhall. In for a strike. Maloney is perfect. She's walked, singled, and scored twice. And she made a nice play on the fly ball to center field, going back and taking extra bases away from Chinette, the second baseman. Hit foul out of play. So Newhall helps herself with the base hit. Check swing foul, hit the backstop. She tried to hold up, hit the bat, went behind the plate, and she falls behind Ondrick. The base hit was a perfect bunt down the third baseline. She can really fly. Goes the other way, hits it out of play. Swing and a miss, they finally get Maloney out. Another strikeout for Ondrick as the wind kicks up a little. dirt, dust blowing to his home plate. Jenna Chaplin walked and scored and singled. In for a strike. Her single set up the one run in the second inning after she walked and scored in the first. Hit foul out of play. Hit off the second baseman, stays with it, makes the play. Nice stretch by the first baseman, Keefe. So they get Chaplin for the first time. They get Maloney for the first time. But they don't get Kirby. She gets the double for the RBI after the leadoff walk. Marichal running for Braid scored the run. So now we played 3 innings. St. Mary's leading Williams 5-0. 2-3-4 for Williams as we start the 4th inning. St. Mary's got 3 in the first. They've got 1 in each of the next 2. We're told that the last time these 2 teams played, Williams beat St. Mary's 3-2. So St. Mary's not only trying to move on to the Catholic Central League Cup final, this is the opening round of the Cup series, they're trying to avenge one of their 3 losses for the year against Archbishop Williams. Jill Ondrick, the pitcher, popped to first base. Her 1 trip. In for a strike. Ondrick has 7 strikeouts. Newhall has 5. But Ondrick has walked 4, and 3 of them have scored. Hit foul out of play. She got in on the hands, little inside out swing, and she drilled that long and deep, but foul. All us umpires out in the outfield thought that was a strike. It missed the home plate. We can't see home plate from here, so we give the umpire the benefit of the doubt. Just got a piece and stays alive. A stop by Braid, the catcher, on a pitch in the dirt. Hit right to the shortstop. She hit it well. That was in on the hands as well. But she hit it right to the shortstop, Rodriguez. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th. Shelby Power is the only hitter that's reached so far. She hit a ground ball to short. Off the shortstop's glove, she reached on the error. Off-speed pitch way out in front. Nice pitch by Newhall. High for a ball. Pop foul out of play over the St. Mary's dugout. hit the shot. Rodriguez makes the play. So she hit the shot before and reached on the error. Rodriguez scoops this one up, so Rodriguez makes the first two plays of the fourth inning. The soft line drive and the ground ball. And after Shelby Parr grounds out, Keegan Parr, the left fielder, is the hitter. She struck out swinging. That one hits the backstop on the fly for ball one. High again, 2-0. In for a strike. High for a ball. Count goes 3-1. In for a strike, we go 3-2. We haven't had many of these. Swing and a miss. She comes back and gets her. Another 1-2-3 inning. 10 in a row retired by Newhall. Twelve out of 13. One base runner. We're halfway through the ball game. St. Mary's holding on to a 5-0 lead. And it will be the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 for St. Mary's. Emily Rodriguez, Anna Franguli, Michaela Walker. To face Jill Ondrek, who will be starting her fourth inning of work. She was let down in the first inning. She did give up 2 walks, but Jill should have been out of the inning, scoreless, but 3 big errors in the inning. Got St. Mary's 3 runs, but she gave up the earned runs in the second and third innings, especially the one in the second inning after 2 straight strikeouts. She gave up 3 consecutive hits and a walk as well, but the 3 consecutive hits brought in the run. And then she gave up another leadoff walk. It came around to score on the big double by Kirby. And at Gyp St. Mary's, it's actually 6-0 because Kirby wound up scoring. So I apologize for that. I am getting old. It's 6-0. Chasing that high pitch is Rodriguez. She's perfect. She reached on an error. Single. She knocked in a run and scored a run. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. She took something off. She was way out in front. So they get Rodriguez for the first time. So back to back to back, they got Maloney, Chaplin, and Rodriguez for the first time. This starts the fourth inning. Anna Franguli is struck out and walked. In for a strike. Hit foul out of play. Hit in here, long run for the right fielder. Can't get there. It's a fair ball. Around into second's going to keep going. Taking a wide turn, they throw the ball home. Franguli winds up with a triple. She's on for the second time. Long run for the right fielder. Had to go way to the foul line, reach to try and get it. Couldn't shoestring it. It skipped by her. And Franguli scoots all the way around to third. And Michaela Walker, who reached on an error and flied to right, is the hitter. Low for a ball. It goes to the backstop. The runner's going to score. So Franguli gives St. Mary's a 7-0 lead. Second time a runner scored on a wild pitch. In for a strike. High for a ball. Low for ball 4. Fifth walk given up by Ondrick, and we mentioned 3 of them have scored. Roma Braid is perfect. She singled, walked, and Marichelle running for her scored a run. In for a strike. Up and away. They throw down the first. Getting back, standing up is Walker. High for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Way up for ball 4. Second time she's walked back to back hitters. 6 walks given up. And that brings the conference to the mound. And that's going to be a change of pitcher, I think. Shelby Parr, the third baseman, is the new pitcher. High for a ball. Ashanti Padilla has struck out twice. Once called, once swinging. 2-1 with 1 out and a run in for St. Mary's here in the 4th. Hit foul. That's close. That's in the direction of my car. Swing and a miss. High for a ball. Off the catcher's glove, that's ball 4. So the bases are loaded with walks. And they call Padilla back. So it wasn't a walk. So it wasn't a walk. She was all the way to first base thinking it was a ball 4. Swing and a miss. He called it back, but the 2 runners moved up on the wild pitch. Hit foul back. He threw the ball down to third. She blocked it. Just as he blocked it, there was a wind-swept dirt in her face, and like she even saw it. So I guess it wasn't ball 4 because that was a pitch in the dirt, and that wasn't ball 4 either. So she really misread the count. She was all the way to first base for a walk. The last 2 pitches have been out of the strike zone, and she's still at bat. Chased that pitch. It was up over her head. Samirs gets another run. We finished 4 in this opening round of the Catholic Central League Cup tournament. St. Mary's 7. Archbishop Williams nothing. We'll start the 15. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Archbishop Williams. Jesse Keefe, the first baseman, struck out swinging her 1 trip. Lily Newhall will start her 5th inning of work. Slice foul over the Williams dugout. High and tight for a ball. Started to pull the trigger and held up. He checked with the base umpire and said, no, they didn't swing.
You're getting one next time.
Down and in for a ball. In for a strike, then had a little bit of mustard on it. Right down the middle. She was behind. She came back and got her. Four of the 5 innings, Newhall has started with a strikeout. 7 strikeouts for Lily. Emma Chenez, the closest thing to a hit. She hit a shot to center field. Maloney backpedaled and caught it over her shoulder for a nice defensive play. Now she tries the bunt and fouls it off. She's the second baseman for Williams. Hit foul out of play. Quickly 2 strikes. Didn't miss by much. 1-2. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. High for ball 2. The count evens at 2. Swing and a miss. Eight strikeouts for Newhall. Megan Hansberry hit a little roller down the first base line. Catino made the unassisted play. In for a strike. Likes the inside corner, doesn't like the outside corner. Hit in a right field for a base hit. They almost threw her out at first base. Nice drive by Franguli.
Hey, Anna, great job, Anna. Brooke, you got to back up your outfielder, Brooke. Why don't you back her up next time?
"12 in a row retired by Newhall before that base hit. A solid shot by Catino. Only the second base runner for Williams. The other one reached on an error. Emma O'Neill swings and misses. She was a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. Quickly, Newhall jumps on top. Reed set up outside. Good waste pitch, but they couldn't get O'Neill to chase. Emma O'Neill's the shortstop for Williams. High for ball. They send the runner. Safe with a stolen base. Most people would say, why are you stealing second when you're losing 7-0? People say, because we can. And she gets her again. Newhall strikes out the side. She gives up her first hit. 9 strikeouts in 5 innings for Newhall. Williams is down in the top of the 5th. St. Mary's holding on to the 7-0 lead. And Shelby Powell will start an inning for the first time. She came in relief. And they got a couple of strikeouts to get out of the inning. St. Mary's will be joining Classical English and Swampscott in the Holland tournament on the 28th and 29th of May, just a little more than a week away. And we want to remind everybody that this being Monday, on Sunday, May 22nd at the Classical Auditorium, TV 15 will have their 13th annual All-Star Party. Over 150 athletes will be honored from every sport that's offered at the 4 high schools. There'll be awards given out, medals and t-shirts donated by Harrington Trophy, snacks and drinks donated by Athens. Outstanding. The food at Athens, outstanding. If you're looking to go take out pizza or anything, virtually anything you want, Athens on Boston Street is outstanding. And they're very generous in giving to the community as well. So those sponsors, Athens and Harrington Trophy, getting behind our All-Star Party. Superintendent Tutwiler will present the medals and the t-shirts, and the mayor will be there. High for ball to Lily Newhall. She has struck out twice and got a base hit. Her base hit resulted in the 2-run inning. It was a base hit to left field, and when it went off the left fielder's glove, Kirby scored on the error. At the time, it pushed the lead to 7. They added another run in the 4th. In for a strike. They scored in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Hit in the air, foul. So it's either a feast or a famine here at the Wyoming Little League Park. They played Austin Prep here, 2-1, 11 innings. Now they're playing Williams, and they're leading 7-0. Solid shot at the left field for a base hit. She's got her second hit. And we'll get a runner for her at first base. I think it's Zukas. Maloney walked and scored, signaled and scored. They finally got her out last time. She struck out swinging. She'll be facing power for the first time. She gets the bunt down. They're not going to get it. Another perfect bunt. Absolutely perfect. If you drew that up on a blueprint, you couldn't do it any better. 2 perfect bunts. She went third base 1. She goes first base 2. First and second with nobody out for Jenna Chaplin. And it's short. Here we got a pinch hitter for Chaplin. This is Kylie Williams. Swing and a miss. Chaplin walked and scored, singled, and grounded out second and first. Swings through both pitches. High overhead, 1-2. Swings through the pitch. He got 3 solid swings, but couldn't catch up with anything. Third strikeout for Pa. Emily Rodriguez reached on an error and scored, singled in a run. Last time up, she struck out swinging. Low for a ball. Hit foul in the direction of my car. Few fans have followed the Spartans up here. It wasn't really publicized that they were playing up at this park, so people may not have found it, or they might have gone to Breed thinking they were playing there. English is playing at Breed. Hit in the air to right field, backing up the right field and makes the play. Zukas will tag up and go to third. I'm not sure what Coach Connors Williams is pointing out, but you have to talk to the umpire. So it's first and third. Anna Franguli has struck out, walked, tripled, and scored. She tripled just inside the right field line and scored on a wild pitch. Hit to center field. That'll do it. So St. Mary's gets 2 on, but for the first inning, they don't score. But they'll take that 7-0 lead through 5 innings over Archbishop Williams. 9-1-2 as we start the 6th inning for Williams. In for a strike. Pop foul. Just missed outside. Hit back to the mound. Newhall helped herself. Newhall's been tough. They've got the first hitter in every inning. And obviously, they've only had 2 base runners. But getting the first out in every inning certainly helps. Alyssa Burke called on the strikes, struck out swinging. She's 2 of the 9 that Newhall has struck out. Hit foul out of play. Way up and away. Chase that pitch. It was way up and in. Newhall gets her for the third time. That gives her 10 strikeouts. Jill Ondrick was the pitcher. She's now the third baseman. She's popped the third and hit a little soft line drive to Rodriguez, the shortstop. And she drills it in. Newhall had to duck out of the way. I think she just saw her life pass in front of her. A shot and a half into center field. Second hit for Williams. Only the third base runner. Shelby Powell, the hitter, now the pitcher. She's one of the base runners. She reached on an error in the first inning. And Newhall proceeded to retire 12 in a row after that. Last time up, she grounded out the shortstop. So she hits from the left side. Both times she hit the ball, she hit it to the shortstop. Once she reached on the error. The other time, Rodriguez threw her out. That was an explosion off the bat of Ondrick. You can't hit any better than she just hit it. In for a strike. And she gets hit by the pitch. First time in the game, Williams has had two base runners. The hit and the hit batsman. Kate McLeish is running at first base for Ondrick. So Shelby Park gets hit. Keegan Powell will be the hitter. In for a strike. Down and in for a ball. In for a strike. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss. Another 2 strikeouts. She struck out the side once. She struck out 3 times. 11 strikeouts for Newhall. Williams is down to the last 3 outs. St. Mary's 3 outs away from moving on to the final round of the Catholic Central League Cup. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for St. Mary's. Michaela Walker, Roma Braid, Ashanti Padilla. They face Jill Ondrek, starting her second inning after coming in relief. Walker's reached an error, fly to right, and walked. High for the ball. Swing and a miss. Hit foul and out of play. Way up for the ball. Walker is the second baseman for the Spartans. Popped up. Third baseman Ondrek makes the play. One up, one down in the sixth. Roma Braid is perfect. Singled, walked, and Marisha run for her to score a run, and then walked again. So she's 1 for 1. And now they see the umpire changing his sheets. We have a hitter for Braid. This is Marichal. Marichal went into run, and she scored the run when she went into run for Braid. So she's pinch hitting for Braid. I'm sure Braid will go back behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Low for a ball. Chase that pitch, it was over her head. Power's done a nice job since coming in relief. And I think we have another pinch hitter.
No, 38. 38.
Forziati, Amanda Forziati is the hitter. Power struck out 4 since coming in. Actually, 2 innings because she's got 2 outs in this inning. So in 2 innings, she struck out 4. She's done a nice job on the mound in relief. By the time she came in, the damage was done. Hit foul. So the only question is, will Lee Newhall get a shutout because they're going to win the game with a 7-0 lead going into the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Popped up. Powell make the play herself. So she did a very nice job. She came in, retired all 8 of the hitters she faced. 6 in a row the last 2 innings. She struck out 2 coming in relief in the 4th. St. Mary's is down in the 7th inning. But they carry that 7-0 lead, and they're 3 outs away from moving on to the Catholic Central League Cup final. 7-0 over Williams at the end of 6. 5, 6, and 7 for Williams as we start the last inning. All of a sudden it got cool here at Wyoming Softball Little League Park. The sun has gone away and we're in shade and a breeze has picked up. Jessie Keefe has struck out twice, and she whiffs at the first pitch. Hit off to the right side, foul. She took a long look at that one. Whoa! She held her breath and said, "Thank you, Mr. Umpire. That was not strike 3. Wow." Hit foul to the backstop. She stays alive. Off-speed pitch way out in front. Good pitch by Newhall. She gets Keefe for the 3rd time. She's got 12 strikeouts. Emma Chanette hit a shot to center field that Brooke Maloney made a nice play going back and catching it over her shoulder. Last time up, she struck out swinging. High for a ball. Newhall trying to finish off a masterpiece. She's been outstanding. Down and in, 2-0. In for a strike. She hasn't been behind too many hitters. hit foul, and that evens the count at 2. Up and away for a ball. Yeah, that's ball 4. Her first walk. Only the 5th base runner for Williams. Megan Hansberry grounded to first base and hit a rocket by first base for a base hit. She got the first hit of the game. Walker will go to her left, make the play. Williams is down to the last out. They get their second runner to second base on the ground out. Emma O'Neill, the shortstop, has struck out twice, both times swinging. Down and in for a ball. High for a ball. In for a strike. Save at the plate. They tagged her out, but the ball popped up loose. O'Neill gets a base hit and an RBI, and Williams breaks the shutout. So once again, a walk hurts. Kirby made a great throw. Braid had the ball. Runner, Braid, the ball, all came together at one time. Braid tagged her out, but then with the momentum, the ball popped up in the air, and the umpires with the safe call. Hit to right field for a base hit. So Williams coming alive in the 7th inning. Back-to-back 2-out hits. And we have a little conference on the mound. That means we have a conference in the outfield. So the walk hurt. Helped to extend the inning, and then 8th and 9th hitters get base hits. Alyssa Burke, the center fielder, has struck out 3 times, once called, twice swinging. So the 3rd out, hard to come by. Wide for a ball. So O'Neill and McMerriman gave the base hits to knock in the runs after Jeanette drew a 1-out walk. Swing and a miss. Hit foul past first base. And Williams is down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He gets it for the fourth time. So Newhall does the job on the mound. She gave up the 2 runs. Only gave up 4 base hits. Hit a batter, walked a batter. Struck out 13. They had 1 other runner reached on an error. Williams got their 2 runs in the last inning. A walk to Chanette. The first walk given up. And with 2 outs, O'Neill, the shortstop, and McMerriman got back-to-back hits. And that knocked in the 2 runs to make it 7-2, the final score. St. Mary's got all they really needed in the first inning. Back-to-back walks to Maloney and Chaplin. Rodriguez's ground ball was off the shortstop's glove. It went far enough in the just in the outfield grass for Maloney to score from second. After a strikeout, a wild pitch scored the second run, and then Walker's ground ball to the right side was booted, and that brought in the third run to make it 3-0. They added a run in the second inning. This was a little more legitimate, but 2-out Lightning. Maloney a bunt single, Chaplin a hit, and Rodriguez ripped one into center field. Maloney scored her second run. It was 4-0. They got 2 more in the third. A leadoff walk to Braid. Marichal running for her. Wound up at third on wild pitches. She scored on Kirby's double. And then a base hit by Newhall moved Kirby over to third. And when the base hit went off the left fielder's glove and went behind her, Kirby was able to score the second run of the inning to make it 6-0. They added another run in the fourth. It was a triple by Franguli with 1 out. She scored on a wild pitch to make it 7-0. That was the scoring for St. Mary's, and they held it until Williams got those 2 runs in the 7th inning. So it'll be a tough bus ride back for Williams as they have to go all the way back to Brockton after losing. They'll go to 11-5. St. Mary's will go to 13-3. But St. Mary's, Lily Newhall with the outstanding job on the mound, getting the win. Again, 2 runs, 4 hits, hit 1 batter, walked a batter, struck out 13. The only other base runner was reaching on an error. She also got 2 base hits, and one of the hits resulted in a run being scored. Maloney had a walk, 2 hits, scored twice. Chaplin had a walk and a single, scored a run. Rodriguez reached on an error, had a hit, knocked in a run, scored a run. Franguli had a walk and a triple, scored a run. Walker reached on an error, walked, her error brought in a run. Roma Braid singled, walked, Marichal running for her, scored a run. She walked again, so Braid was on all 3 times. Kirby got the RBI double and scored the run on the error in the outfield, the 7th and final run. So St. Mary's gets it done. They avenge the loss to Williams in the regular season, 3-2. They get that back, and now they move into the final of the Catholic Central League Cup championship round. They'll have a home game because they're the number 1 seed. So they'll play, this being Monday. I think they play Wednesday, but I'm not sure. But they win it 7-2 with Newhall doing it outstanding on the mound, and Maloney scoring a couple, Kirby knocking a run, scoring a run, Franguli knocking in a run, Rodriguez knocking in a run, everybody getting involved, and they win it and avenge the earlier loss to Williams by a score of 7-2. They move on to the Catholic Central League Cup championship round. So 7-2, St. Mary's over Williams in the Catholic Central League opening round game. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.